Hello everyone, it's Beck here from Hello, my name is Beck, popping in today to show you an envelope flip that I made, kind of like a tag flip but actually made with envelopes. Using the Carta Bella range here, it's the Flower Market. I believe that this was last year's range and absolutely love it. I have the whole collection, so I just want to use up some of the paper I have. So I'm just taking off the top edge of the 6x6 papers here because they are the ones from the pad which have the circle enforcer at the top, and just making them 6x6. And then so the envelope size that I chose was a 3x4 envelope, and I decided not to fold that top flap down so that I can use that edge as my ring reinforcer on that top, so that I can use that as the flip for the envelopes, kind of like tags but just envelopes, and then you can fill them with goodies, especially for a happy mailer. That's a good option. I'm just, with the directional paper, I'm just making sure that the paper is in the direction I want it, so I turn it occasionally just to make sure that that's the way that I want the pattern to face. I'm just using my corner rounder here just to corner round the top and bottom edge. I don't need to do the corners because they are getting covered just here with the double-sided tape. And so I fill the pockets with goodies, but I also decorate. So if you're happy seeing this part here, it's just the beginning part, you're more than welcome to quit this the video now, and then you can go and make your own and decorate it how you like to. But you'll see here that I move on to hole reinforcers because I don't have a crocodile or a crocodile that would put eyelets into the envelopes for me, so I'm just making my own hole reinforcers with a circle punch and my hole punch. So it's easy to, I start out by the hole punch just going along the card, and then I use the circle punch to center the circles, and then I'm just using one here and then using the envelope to then make sure the rest are in the same position. And then I pull my hot glue gun and my tweezers out and stick on the hole reinforcers. So the hole reinforcers are going onto the front and back of the envelope because I just don't want the ring, once the round ring goes in, I don't want it to rip the paper, and I don't want the envelope to be ruined. The recipient could actually use these envelopes again, so if they wanted to, they could either use them as envelopes or use them for a future envelope flip. So I wanted to make sure that the envelopes were nicely decorated and also able to be used again. So if she did want to use them as envelopes, it's nice and easy to take them off the ring, and all she'd have to do is, when she folds down the top flap, is just cover the actual hole reinforcer with an embellishment or a decoration. So after this, I actually move on to another envelope but made from Project Life plastic sleeves. So you'll see that I will pull out the plastic sleeves just here. I've taken two and I've folded them in half. I'm just using my Sharpie pen fine liner there so that I can actually cut the edge that I want, so that creates the envelope. Then on the first pocket, I'm just cutting the front section of what the envelope would look like. And so you'll see that I actually sew along the top of this section here, and then I leave the side open so I can put sequins in. So there's the top section sewn and the side is open still, so I'm just pulling out the sequins that I like here. I've pulled across those two envelopes to the right hand side because those are the colours that I'm looking at picking up. I did look at the hot pink, but it just wasn't right colour. It's more of a red rose pink, so I stuck with the matte baby pink, the shiny baby pink, the mint green, and some clear seed beads. So I'm just putting those into that front of the envelope, the plastic sleeve there, and I sew up the side and along the top part of the flap. And I've left a gap there so that I can put more sequins in the back part of this envelope, and I'm sliding those in. And so I plan to sew across the top as well to hold some sequins up the top. So I've sewn all the way around, just taking off the spare threads here so that it's nice and neat. I did backstitch so it will stay together. So then I'm just going to use my hole punch to put these hole reinforcers on to make it part of the flip. And I really like how this turned out. It's one of the nicer things that I've made recently, and so yeah, this is, in fact, I like the way that this whole mail turns out. And so I've sent that off this morning. I actually went to the post office this morning and went to the supermarket to pick up a couple of things. So that's the giant ring just there. I bring in the 12 by 12 sticker sheet from Flower Market and some ephemera on the right hand side. The ephemera is from the Flower Market, so I pulled out the packet and I went through and thought to myself what would suit the actual envelope flip here. I love the hello there on that front envelope because it's just an introduction to saying this is your happy mail. The black sentiment that I used says enjoy it all. This is just a little flower cart pulled by a bicycle, and I'm just popping that onto some foam mounted tape with this little sticker from the sticker sheet. I think it just says fresh flowers, so I'm just moving that around. And then on this one I have the ephemera that's literally lots and lots of pots in a row, and underneath I put a long sentiment which I think is life is made up of special moments. So I like my sentiments to almost tell a story. So on the sequin pocket I did audition a couple of things to see whether they would suit. This one on the left says oh hey girl, but I didn't really like covering it up. I was really proud of the fact that I had managed to make a sequin envelope, and so I left it blank. This one here is just loads of embroidery hoops, and I've popped another piece on the front which was an embroidery hoop. Then this one here says naturally beautiful, it's just a banner. I do intend to put this box of flowers along the base, but it didn't look right because it was too monotone with the colour. So I just use this vase instead for naturally beautiful flowers. And then on this one I literally just pop across here, it says bloom and grow. So that's that last envelope. Now, so it's just me putting goodies in now, guys. So if you did want to leave this video, you're more than welcome to leave here. If you want to give it a thumbs up and a comment, you're more than welcome. This is just some embellishments I've made, paperclip envelopes that I thought would match quite nicely, and I really wanted to put them into the sequin envelope there because I think that it's nice to be able to see through it and see those. So I did get some tags out and pop them in, but I do change this later. I go through the ephemera and pop some into one of the envelopes. Some washi tape here. I don't like the way that the washi tape slides down, so in a minute I will come back and use some washi tape to stick it up. These are some stickers from Maggie Holmes sticker book and Heidi Swap sticker book, and so they were all floral themed, and I thought that they'd look cool in one of the envelopes. I just rearrange it so that they are looking nice as a display, and then you've got the flowers on the front there. And so this is where I decide I've got to do something to have the washi tape on show. So I was thinking of using double-sided sticky tape, but I didn't want to ruin the envelope and also the card that the washi's on. So I just use a silver glitter washi tape just to stick it up by the hole reinforcer there, so it stands out. This one here is just my letter going into that back envelope. And so I realised I've got to do something about those tags because they keep falling out. And so I'm just going to be using this little plastic bag to put some ephemera in. I'll take those tags and add those to the pile of ephemera. So I'm just using a long sticker here from the base of that sticker sheet, going across the plastic bag at the top. And then I have these embellishments from a happy mailer in the Facebook happy group. Her name's Heidi, and she gifted me these beautiful embellishments. So I'm just using one of those and hot gluing it to the top of that band so that it just adds a touch of something to this bag. When the ephemera is in, it looks really, really nice. So she did so well on this embellishment. I absolutely love it. I've been hoarding them since I've got them. I think she sent me a mail back in maybe December, January. So yeah, I haven't used any other than in my own journal since. So that's a good sign of a good embellishment. So here's where I'm just going through the ephemera pack from Flower Market and pulling out things that I think she could use, the recipient could use in her own happy mail and in her own cards and embellishments. Choosing some words: love, enjoy, naturally beautiful, and Flower Market. So I'm hoping she'll be able to use these. There's actually some really nice tags going into this packet just here as well, so it should work quite nicely. Even though she might not have the range, the Flower Market, she'd be able to use them in other ways. So there we go, that's just that packet there, and it saves the tag sliding out of the envelope. So I'll just pop it into the second back envelope. And then the next thing I do is I go for some more goodies, and I use some wax seals that I've made and some lace. I've just done a pin in the top there just to hold the lace onto the plastic. I've used acetate for both of the things so that you can see through. The sentiment above, it says, "I love it, I love this." So yeah, I really do love wax seals and lace, so I thought that was quite good. Just flicking through what I already have here and working out what I need. I've got some enamel dots here which match the colours quite nicely, so I'm just going to pop those in with the stickers. And then in on the front pocket here, I intend to use some it's a doily embellishment that I made while I was doing a Zoom with Ara. She was running a Zoom one Monday morning. Oh, well, it was Monday morning for me, but Sunday for her. And so I just made these embellishments while I was on the Zoom call. You'll see that there was some shininess about them. So I've used glossy accents on the roses of the girl's hair, on the windows of the houses, and of the flowers in the fox. So this is just the final flip through, I guess. This here is a little dangle charm that I made with some tassels and a charm from AliExpress with it's the ball with the little glitter inside. And it's the first dangle I've ever made. It probably could be, well, there's no probably about it. It could be better. I just will have to do some tutorials maybe, or find some tutorials on how to make a good dangle. And also I don't really have any jewelry tools, so I need to get some tools, some pliers, to be able to pull the rings apart. The split rings I was using my finger to open, and yeah, it was rather hard to do. So I'm just popping that eyelash trim just underneath the dangle so that it doesn't hide the dangle, because the eyelash trim was hiding it there. So I'm just going to do a flip through. It's a rather awkward flip through, as any tag flip or envelope flip is, because of that ring. So just that one there, that's that first pocket with those doily embellishments that I made. I'm just showing you the hello there. Then this one here is the stickers from Heidi Swap, the enamel dots and the stickers from the Maggie Holmes book. That's the washi tape sample, the little envelope embellishments I made in the sequin envelope, then the wax seals and the lace, and then just the embellishments there with that little bag topper on top. And then last but not least, my letter. So my letter's just in here. I like the fact that I've stamped across the top, so it gives her a good clue of what's in this envelope. So I've sent that off today. It's gone in, it's going in to Australia, so it's not too bad. The fact that that's actually a parcel that I've had to send. There are parcels that you can't send abroad now. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe.